What's up, guys? Welcome to the Dutch Boyd Poker Show Canadian version. We're playing on Stars after 3 weeks of trying to get up here to Canada, find a place to stay, set up all the accounts and everything, and get Stars everything they need to reactivate our account for real money. We're here, and we are playing for real money with like 1,000 people in this 27 big 27. It's awesome, you guys. I'm really stoked to be back on Poker Stars. We got the little fist bump image, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So we have some issues getting money in. There's some deposit limits, so it's going to be. I'm trying to figure that out. We came up to play a lot of the W Coop events. I'm going to have to be a little selective with what I play. But, yeah, guys, it feels pretty cool to be playing in these tournaments with, 535 people started this Big 27. It's a $10,000 guaranteed, a $27 tournament with a $10,000 guarantee, $13,000 in the prize pool already, and late registration is still going on for another 17 minutes. I'm looking at this lobby, and it's just awesome. We've got mixed game tournaments. You know, we've got the stud tournaments and the draw games, and it's poker paradise. I'm so jealous. You know, I never want to leave. I feel like we're in online poker heaven right now, and we're gonna try to put up some big numbers in the next few weeks. I'll tell you the best thing about streaming here in Canada on Poker Stars is that we can start earlier and go later. I mean, we can start anytime we want. They've got poker action around the clock, and we're playing against these guys from Ukraine and Norway and Argentina and Thailand and Uruguay. I mean, look at this, Sweden. We are playing against the world again, and it feels awesome. It really feels awesome. Big shout out to all of our subs and all of our viewers. Thanks, guys, for sticking with us and being patient as we took some time off from streaming to get up here. And thanks for being thanks for being patient while I got this stream going. I thought I was trying to get this going at 7:30, and it took a little longer than I had hoped. So, Jaw King making the shove for 11 bigs, and we've got 12 bigs in front of us. I'm going to go and make the fold here with 10-8 offsuit. I feel like we're going to be able to find a better spot. What do you think? You think we're going to be able to find a better spot? Yeah, I think so. Hey, by the way, thank you very much, Jeff Jim and Flatty for the resubs tonight. Really appreciate that. 82 viewers resubbed while we were away, so it's been a couple of weeks since we started. A couple of weeks since we streamed. Big shout out to Bob Hatter. Great to see you, man. And yeah, what happened? So it was about a 2-day drive to get up to northern Washington. We spent about a week there, hanging out with Michelle's family and waiting for PAX Prime. Do they still call it PAX Prime, Michelle? Or is it PAX West?
I think it's West.
Yeah. Tempting. I'm gonna go ahead and make the fold here. So we spent a day at PAX, got some cool stuff.
Oh no, it's not. That's me. I have two of them on. Sorry.
What happened?
Nothing.
Okay. I got a cool Magic the Gathering playmat that I'm using as a mouse pad now. And finally, it was time to cross the border and try to get set up for Poker Stars and W Coop. So we're crossing the border. Hackahan, what's up? It's good to see you, Hannah. It's good to see you subbing 9 months in a row. Really appreciate the sub and the support. I actually think Hackahan was subbing even before then. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make the fold here, I think. Are we folding? 10 bigs? Yeah, well, now we're definitely folding. So, yeah, we're crossing the border, and going through the border is kind of like going through airport security when you're making a domestic flight. You know, they kind of give you they kind of give you the finger, you know, and they ask you all sorts of questions. What are you doing in Canada? Why are you here? Where are you staying? Who do you know up here? Are you working up here? You know, and it's like, oh, well, you know, just here to play a poker tournament. What do you do for work? Well, we live in Vegas. We stream and I play a lot of poker. Oh my gosh, look at that. Bob Hatter. Bob Hatter's been with us for a year and a half. And yeah, I don't have my alerts up just yet. Let me go ahead and get these. Let me get this Twitch alert up before I finish this custom story. There we go. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's try that again. Right, like that. You're seeing how the sausage is made, guys. Change the color to chroma key it. And let's see a couple of those alerts again. Let's see those alerts again. Here we go. There we are, the Bob Hatter. 1.5 years with us. It's really been awesome to have you here. We got Hack a Hand resubbing 9 months. There's that one. JPB16 resubbing 2 months in a row. I'm pretty sure JPB has been with us a lot longer than 2 months though. Hey JPB, thank you very much for keeping the sub going, supporting the stream. There's Hack of Hands. Hack of Hands says, did someone grab your username on PokerStars? I'm not sure. I think there is. I actually do think there is a Dutch Void on PokerStars, but it's not me. This is me, Kid Dutch, and I haven't played on Stars before tonight for almost over a decade. It's been a long time. You know, I was. I mentioned before that I had my account suspended even before Black Friday because of some chat, some things I said in the chat. Yeah, so that was a mistake. Lifetime ban for some chat violations, but new management, they let me back on. But by the time they let me back on, it was too late. You know, Black Friday already happened. But now here we are. We're here for real money, and it's awesome. Streaming on PokerStars. 600, almost 600 people in a $27 tournament on a Monday night. It's awesome. I can't wait for the Sunday tournaments. I can't wait for the mixed game tournaments. It really is awesome. Yeah, AZ Clay. I'm pretty sure the Dutch has been taken since like 2002. So Kid Dutch was what I was playing on back when I first started my Stars account, and in like 2002. And yeah, I was younger. I was younger. 21. It might have been like 2001. It was one of the, you know, I'd signed up within the first couple of months. Oh, guys, so we're going through, and you know, we got the Canadian Border Guard. Like, so let's see, I only stopped because I wasn't sure when you would be back. Welcome back, Jeff Jim. Thank you very much for the resub, man. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'm gonna be streaming every day until we leave Canada, which I think, I'm not sure if we're gonna be playing the W Coop main or not. But we'll be back. We'll be back in Vegas pretty soon. We got Aces up 316. You had me at pizza. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Hey, and Aces up, man. Congratulations on that tournament score. Aces up put up a nice little score this last week. Potential MN. He says, "Oh hi, Dutch Boyd and X-Mall. Welcome to Canada." Potential MN. Ryan LaPlante, everybody in the stream. Okay, guys, so less than 10 big blinds and we've got queens. I feel like if we just made a normal raise, it would be kind of lame. You know, it's like it just seems fishy when you make a min raise, when you have less than 10 bigs. So we'll just play it like we would, you know, an ace jack suited or pocket 10s, pocket 9s. Hope to get called with weaker. And if we pick up the blinds and antes, I'm fine with that. Well, jack 8 off. We've got 12 bigs in front of us. I don't know what to do with 9 big blinds and pocket queens under the gun, guys. I mean, I feel like the play there is to shove, but maybe it's not. Maybe you should just like make a min raise and hope that someone re-raises you. I don't know. Polarize says, at 24 months, can you and Michelle smuggle a ferret into California for me? Yeah, why not? You know, that's what we do. We love smuggling. I'm gonna go ahead and 4-1. I'm gonna make the fold. It's more than 10% of our stack, and I want to preserve some fold equity here. So we're crossing the border, which is intimidating. You know, there's these border guards looking at you like you're doing something wrong. Danny Rage subbing 18 months in a row. Oh my gosh, man, since the beginning. Since the beginning. Really appreciate you being here, Danny. They're looking at you up and down. Why are you here? Do you have any weapons on you? Do you have any firearms or explosives or pepper spray? And like, no weapons on us. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and park over there and then come inside? I'm like, oh great. So we park our car. We're going in to get the latex, and you know, two officers, like border patrol officers, pull us aside. They're like, okay, we need you to go ahead and empty your pockets. And I empty my pockets, and there on the key ring is the pepper spray that I bought Michelle 2 years ago for Christmas to keep the rapists away. And I completely forgot it was there, and she completely forgot it was there. They're looking at us like, you just told us you didn't have pepper spray. This is pepper spray. Like, sorry, you know, I forgot. And they're like, well, we'll worry about this later. First, we're going to go ahead and search your car. It took a long time to get through the border, and it sucked. But finally got through, and they just had us abandon the pepper spray. So pepper spray is gone. He says, next time, be honest with us. I'm like, it's not that we were being dishonest with you. We just forgot. You know, we weren't trying to pull one over on you. If I was trying to pull one over, I'd like bury it under the seat or something, you know, or put the pepper spray up my ass. Frost79 subbing 4 months in a row. Really appreciate this. It's good luck on stars with the W Coop. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It's so awesome being on here. Potential MN says, "Oh, I had my chat banned so many times on PS and FTP back in the day." I'll tell you, Potential. I only had it banned once, and they lifetime banned me. It was a lifetime suspension, but the lifetime suspension turned into a not lifetime suspension after multiple beggings sessions. I mean, every single year on New Year's, I'd send him an email begging for my account back. It set me back though, for sure. Just being limited to play on full tilt. Sucked. Buena suerte, Dutch. Thank you very much, Lolac, and thank you very much for being here 4 months in a row. Muxie Collins. I don't want to say it again. But what I will say is it had something to do with.
Don't say it. Just don't say it. I can just type it to him.
I'm not gonna say.
Do you want me to tell him?
Yeah, you can tell him. You can tell him. I think. Yeah. So, yeah, they let us through. Coonsy says, happy to see you back. Poker Stars, baby. Good luck, bro. Man, it's good to be on Stars, and it's good to be streaming. It's good to be streaming. That's pretty much right. Garbage all the time. I'm sorry, man. Let me go ahead and let's do it again. There we go. Garbage all the time. Thanks for the resub, man. Really appreciate it. He's been with us since pretty much the beginning as well. Resubbing 18 months, a year and a half. Thank you very much for keeping the stream going. And really appreciate it. Love having you as part of the crew. Garbage all the time. What are we looking at? 8 bigs with King 8 offsuit. I need to stop telling stories. I need to focus on what's important because we don't have a lot of money here on Stars. There's some deposit limits. I got to be pretty selective with what I play. And Rob K, 5 months in a row. Rob K was also with us since about the beginning. I keep on looking away. I keep on looking away and missing all these jam spots. Okay, I'm gonna focus, you guys. I'm gonna focus because you know what? $27 is actually a pretty big chunk of what I'm able to get into Stars this week. So I really don't want to have to beg people for a player-to-player transfer. Let's do this one. 8 bigs, King Jack off. I think this is the spot. What are we looking at anyway? 184th out of 194. Vice Chick, thank you very much for the welcome back. 14 months in a row. Wow, really appreciate that. Wasn't Vice Chick doing some traveling?
She did. I don't remember. She went to Amsterdam, I think. Cruise. She was on a cruise.
So Hackahan says you're playing so many unknowns compared to WSOP. How do you adjust your game? So I don't. This is how I would usually do it, Joe. Is I don't know what PokerStars what their policy is with HUDs anymore. I think they still allow HUDs, and I would. I need to mess with the HUD software. I mean, first thing I did when they let me back in was I just jumped into a tournament and loaded up the stream. So I need to do a little bit of legwork, get the HUDs working, and that kind of gives you a little bit of a little bit of a heads up on who you're playing. It's going to be a fold. I'd probably call Mr. MJ 1300. But when Thor 853 makes the shove, it's time to throw that King 10 into the mud. So once you start getting deep, definitely when you're at a final table, it's you're well served to spend some time on like the online player tracking sites. Like when you're on a break or something. Gosh, is this it? Ace deuce off. It could be. I mean, I don't know if we're going to find a better spot than this. I feel like we probably have the best hand against Hello Deli's shove range. But even then, we're probably looking at like a 60-40. And we could just be completely smashed. So I'm going to go ahead and make the fold and say we will find a better spot to be the first one shoving, or we will find a better spot where we'll make the call for all of our chips. With a hand that figures to be a little bit better. A little bit more on the dominating end. Because Ace Deuce doesn't really dominate anything. King 2, I guess. 3-2. Yeah, so we had to wait a couple days to get across the border because of June. You need a rabies certificate. Brian Big Nacho, welcome back, Dutch. He says, thank you very much, Brian Big Nacho. 11 months in a row. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Flatty 28. Yes, I can imagine, man. RT Kabuto. 17 months, man. Really appreciate it. He says it's about dang time. Yeah. I thought we were never going to be streaming again, guys. I'll tell you, it took. There were definitely some hurdles getting back on Stars too. They wanted some documents. I had to wait until Monday to actually hit up my new Canadian bank to get a customer statement. I wasn't sure if that was going to work, but in the end, we're back on. It's kind of funny too, because then I made a deposit, and right when I sat down, there was like something that said that my account had been flagged, and I was like, oh gosh, more hurdles. But no, a few minutes and I was back in. Scotty Magic says, so this weekend was my first WSP circuit event ever. By the way, this is going to be a shove if these guys fold. Played in event 1 for a $365 buy-in for a 20K starting stack. We ended up having 800 entries, and I finished in 79th for a min cash. Not so shabby. Nice job. Pretty good ROI. Definitely better than you could get in the stock market, right? I loved every minute and felt like I played one of my best games ever. I can't wait until I do it again. Nice job, man. Well done. Gosh, I feel like peeling here. I have no idea what to do. I guess we're going to go ahead and make the fold because I can't very well just call a quarter of my stack. And if I make the shove, Hello Deli is never folding. So, making the fold. D-Shill says, I'm missing Vegas and WSOP more and more every day after I left. Good luck to you while crushing Stars. I hope so, man. I hope so. We let ourselves get pretty low here in this tournament. I looked away for a while, started getting into story mode. I need to start focusing, guys. I need to start focusing on cards. What's it pay anyway? 98 places paid. Let me go ahead and 6.5 bigs, 8-4. I'll make the fold. Hessback subbing 18 months in a row. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Lefty McLeft says, was this your name way back when it is a new screen name? Yes. Yes, indeed. This was when I first started playing online, and I couldn't have been more than 21. We're talking like 14, 15 years ago. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe that's the shove right there. I could maybe get Ben Folds to make the fold. I don't know. So Wisco Al says, nice to see you on Stars. It is nice to be on here, man. Hollywood guy says, well, welcome to my home, and I hope they are treating you right. Be good to yourself. It's pretty much like the States, only just a couple of differences. I'll tell you, hanging out in Vancouver, we went down to the gas lamp district.
Guest town.
I was kind of surprised at how kind of sketchy Vancouver looked like. It kind of reminded me of Fremont Street back before they cleaned Fremont Street up. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so many homeless drug addicts in such a small area. And I feel like there's a big tent city in the city park, just to the I think I'm gonna say north of the of Gastown, and I think it must just be because they treat drugs differently up here, where down in the States we just lock everybody up who has a little bit of crack on them. Here they treat it like a health issue, and you don't. I don't think you go to prison for drug possession. Kid Rhino, I might be selling some action in the W Coop. I'm gonna look on. I'm gonna look at my options. I'm thinking about it. Pixel says, nice. Welcome to my homeland. Get some Tim Hortons or something. Tim's, man.
Is it a restaurant?
Yep. It's like a Wendy's.
Oh.
Get some poutine at Tim's. Krusty says, woohoo, the man is on Stars. Man, I'm so happy to be on Stars. It's so awesome. I'll tell you the best thing about being on Stars too, guys, is that I'm going to be able to stream earlier. So I'm probably going to make this a pretty short stream. We're going to play this big 27, and then I'm going to look and see what else is worth playing. But I kind of want to get some rest for the for a much bigger stream tomorrow. We're going to start maybe even before noon, and go for a good chunk of time. There's the W Coops tomorrow. I don't really think I'm going to be playing the W Coops tomorrow. I don't have a lot of cash on Stars right now. And even if I did, I don't really feel that comfortable in 6 max PLO and PLO 8. And 1500 is a little bit of a big, a big tournament for me to play right now on my own. So I'm probably going to stick with, gosh. 1800, 2000, yeah. Wish me luck. There we go. That's good luck. That's good. So we're getting about 2-1, and I was kind of looking at Hello Deli making a shove with 82 cards. So yeah, it sucks to have to make the call there, but if we don't call there, we're never going to get another situation where we have any sort of fold equity. And we could have the best hand. When it's folded around and Hello Deli makes the shove there, he doesn't have to have anything. He would be making that shove with any 2 cards. So Jack High could actually be ahead, and we could actually be dominating a lot of hands that he could be shoving with. He actually had an ace rag, so we were on the wrong end of on the wrong end of that matchup, but there was enough dead money on the side that I'm fine with the call. Even if we were to have shown ace deuce, I still feel like, ace 3, I still feel like we're probably supposed to make that call. Let's make the fold here. If it was just Mr. MJ, maybe we would make the reshove. John Blaze, 8 months in a row, he says, yay, poker Stars! I'm so happy to be on Stars, man. So W Plaz says, how was PAX? Guys, I got to show you this really cool playmat that I got at PAX. Check it out. How pretty is that? Got the Space Needle in the background. Makes a very good mouse pad, if a little bit too big. So one W Coop that I'm definitely going to be playing is the 8-game mixed. I think that's on the 15th. I'm planning on playing a lot of the Sunday tournaments. Yeah, it's good to be back on Stars, and it's also good to be back streaming you guys. Making the fold here with 10-2 off. We're looking at 134 out of 158, 98 places paid, and first place in this thing is $2,531. Not too bad of a return for a $27 tournament. And it's just poker paradise here on Stars, guys. I can't stress enough how happy I am to be playing online with people from the Ukraine and Brazil, and it's just awesome. K4 Jamie says, Canada, run good. Thank you, man. Really appreciate you being here. Okay. That's pretty close. And Pippin 87, good to see you, man. We're in your backyard. Chicago Realty Now says, I recently joined a new poker training site, and it's pretty good. But I found a number of spots where they're teaching wrong strategies. Is this common for people doing training to give misinformation? I would say no, Chicago Realty Now. Especially if you're paying for the information, I would say it's pretty rare that anyone, like, I don't think that anybody would be, you can type /review. I don't imagine that anybody would be intentionally giving off misinformation in a training site. Look at that. Hello Deli making the raise. Ace 5 offsuit is going to go in the muck here. Do they not have no poutine at Tim's? Yeah, I know nothing about Timmy Ho's. No, I don't know anything about Tim's. Nothing about Tim Hortons, you guys. I think I have been to Tim Hortons before, though. When I was living in Montreal, I feel like I went there. It's a donut shop, really? Okay, good to know. Good to know. So, Papist, great to see you here, man. Great to see you here, wielding the sword of truth and justice. And Karma Kiosk, something 13 months in a row. Thank you very much for that resub, Karma. So, Beach 222 says, "Is Dutch in Toronto?" No, we're in British Columbia. We're in British Columbia, just a little bit north of the Washington border, in a quaint little town called Surrey. So 10 big, 7-3 offsuit. I think maybe we're going to go ahead and make the shove against Bryn Folds next hand. I'm looking around, trying to find a good spot to shove against. This is when a HUD would actually be pretty useful. I'm gonna have to ask Google what Star's policy is on HUDs these days. What can you have? What can you use? I don't know, but I would kind of like to know what these guys are defending with and what kind of percentage they're defending their blinds with. Gosh. Okay. Lost my nerve. Ace is up 316 says, "Can you show us the lobby of all the MTTs starting so we can have a good cry?" I would love to, man. Yeah, let me go ahead and show you that. Look at this. It's amazing. Look at this. So we can organize by start time. You can see everything going right now. Looks like the action's kind of dying out since it's kind of late on a Monday night, but we still have plenty of tournaments with tons of people. I mean, look at this, a $4 tournament with 2,300 people. By the way, we have a shove here. Pocket fives under the gun with 10 bigs. It's a shove. I don't love it, but it's a shove. Can we get through? Can we increase our stack by 2K? I hope so. We do. We get through. Needs more cap. It says, do you play standard, modern, limited, or what? I don't really play a lot of Magic anymore. I used to play a lot of Magic online. I started playing back at Revised. Had a full set of Power 9 that I sold for my first car. A little $1,500 beater. It was the right decision at the time. It was the right decision at the time. When I was playing online, like Magic Online, I would mainly be playing drafts. I love the drafts, and I also put together I put together standard decks, and for the premier tournaments. But you know what? I sold my Magic collection online once they changed the payout structure to make sure that they were never going to have overlays again, where they were never going to have plus EV tournaments again. And I was like, you know what? Fuck Wizards. Fuck Wizards. Wow. So that macaroni open limping for 700, and we've got pocket sevens here. I don't know, guys. Do we just take a free flop here? Or do we just max it up? I don't know. It's 3,000 in the middle. Let's do it. Let's max it up. We probably have the best hand. That macaroni could be slow playing, I guess. It's a little dangerous spot to slow play. And if we can get through, we pick up a pretty big chunk. If we don't, we probably have the best hand. I think it's more likely that macaroni is open limping with a hand like Queen Jack suited or Ace 5 suited or pocket fours than pocket aces. So we got through that macaroni. Maybe we get through Hello Deli too. And I don't really know if I'm rooting for a call or a fold, really. I think there's a decent chance that Hello Deli has at least one under. So we pick up the bones. Got the Nuts and Rob's Art, both resubbing. Rob's Art says, "What a lovely family you have with X and Y." I completely agree, man. And Got the Nuts says, "Good luck in Canada." I hear their pizza's pretty good. Mayhaps, man, mayhaps. C. Corbo says, "Good to see you back on the Twitch grind." C. Corbo, thanks very much for the resub. Thank you very much, Rob's Art. Thank you very much, Got the Nuts. I did have a pizza over here. It was pretty decent. Hack a Hand, Joe says, Ryan Tippin came out for the Run Good series here last month. Some of the guys mentioned that they mispronounced his name for 10 years and he never corrected them. Yeah, I think he just kind of got tired of saying, no, it's not Teppin. It's not Teppin. It's Tapin. We saw Ryan, actually, the other day. It was kind of awesome. We went to Johnny Monette's wedding, and he was over there. Got really drunk.
We did.
I didn't. Tapin did. Tapin got really drunk. So Judge King making the min raise. Bubba Flex says Javaro is the best Stars had. I have a Poker Tracker 4 key from back before Black Friday. I won it in a charity event. It was the Darius Goes West charity event where this kid named Darius, they did a documentary on him. He had was it cystic fibrosis? Anyway, he was. Let me find out what exactly the disease was. It's been a while. Oh, it was Duchenne. It was Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So he had Duchenne muscular dystrophy. He's confined to a wheelchair, right? And they did this documentary about him taking a road trip, and so they were in Vegas doing a charity tournament for muscular dystrophy. And Darius, it was his birthday. He had just turned 21, so he was playing this tournament, and it was a charity tournament. And he ended up making it to the final table, and it was pretty awesome watching him because he's sitting there. He can't even check his hole cards, but he's got someone there looking at his hole cards for him, and he says what to do. God, and Mr. MJ has been pretty active, and I don't think that we're going to get through here. So 7-4 off, not really the an L2F makes the open limp. I feel like that just puts a big target on your head when you open limp on the button like that. So anyway, we're at the final table. Darius is there. And I end up knocking Darius out. It was the least happy I've ever felt about winning a hand. I'm sitting here with Ace Jack, and I go all in. And Darius is in the small blind with pocket nines. He makes the call, and I'm like, oh gosh, I've got him covered. I'm sitting here, feeling like the biggest asshole when I win that coin flip. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. I ended up winning that tournament. I won a little statue, a Poker Tracker 4 key. And you know what really sucked is I knocked Darius out on the stone cold bubble. Like everybody else got something, Darius didn't get anything, and everyone was just looking at me. I was like, I didn't. It's not like I called off. It's not like he shoved and I called. I made the shove, hoping to get through some blinds. But I wasn't feeling that great about it, to tell you the truth. It was like, but I'm pretty sure that somewhere I have a Poker Tracker 4 key. I need to dig up. But you know what? I might just look at this new Javaro. We got EJ Riggs subbing 5 months in a row. Thank you very much for that, EJ. Really appreciate the resub. We also have Boney Fish subbing for 17 months in a row. Great investment in a fun enterprise. Thank you very much, Boney. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate that. We got James DeBear in the stream. Good to see you. Good to see you, Mr. DeBear. He says, good luck up in Canada. Bring back the cheddar. I'm going to try, man. I'm going to try to take as much as I can from the Stars economy. Okay, 7-5 off. We're back over 10. Make the fold here. What's that?
It's kind of dark.
It does feel pretty dark, yeah.
I'm going to try to get a lamp. You can probably get a lamp here.
Let's not worry about it. We'll worry about lighting for tomorrow's stream.
Well, I'll see what I can.
If you're going to get a lamp, maybe you can get it from the other room.
But then people might see my head.
It's all right. You got a good looking head. Boogeyman in the house. Good to see you, man. He says, what's up, Dutch? Missed you guys. We missed you too, Boogie. We missed hanging out here, man. Definitely did. Muxie Collins, that sounds horrible. It sounds horrible. He says, asks for the poutine-filled eclair. And don't forget to wink while you order it. Oh my gosh, it sounds horrible. Alex P. Keaton says, Canada doesn't require any temporary quarantine for bringing pets in. Not as long as you have like their rabies certificate. That's all they need for June. Bogalicious, good to see you, man. Thanks for the resub. 8 months in a row. Bogalicious, man. Thank you so much. He says, Pizzalicious. Appreciate that, man. James Jabber says, no, win enough here to go to Chicago and get some real pizza. That sounds good. That's the plan. So Hello Deli been very active. I feel like the two people who've been the most active at this table, Hello Deli and Mr. MJ. I guess eventually we're going to have to find a spot to 3-bet shove. I love all these crazy games they're playing here on Stars. No Limit Omaha High Low. I love it. It's awesome. Got a $2 8-game mixed. What are we going to play if the next time we shove it doesn't work out? What are we going to play? Maybe this 10K bounty builder? No, not a good idea to late reg into bounty tournaments, you guys. You're giving yourself a pretty good disadvantage being short stacked in those things, starting short stacked in those things. So let's choose something else. I don't know. Might not play anything. We might just get some sleep for tomorrow's stream. It's going to be a long stream tomorrow. Oh man, getting 4-1 here against one of the more active players. Bonyfish, this actually was my old PokerStars username. This was it. So Robin, good to see you in the stream. He says, so this is irrelevant to the stream, but I just won a tournament ticket and I can't unregister for the tournament. I saw another streamer just do it, but am not able to. I'm not really sure what to tell you on that, Robin. Message support. I'm not that familiar with Stars. It's the first time I've been on Stars for a very long time. Capella asking where are we streaming from? Surrey, Canada. Surrey, BC. What are we looking at? Wow, that macaroni getting the walk.
You think that's going to help a little bit? Or does it help? Does it help a lot?
No, it doesn't actually. That's good. You just leave it like that. That's good. We'll worry about lighting tomorrow.
Star rating, what's that?
It's like Supernova Elite. I don't think they had those star ratings back when I first started. So yeah. I haven't played on Stars for a long time, man. James DeBear says, I haven't seen you in a while. What are you thinking about Phil Galfond starting up a site? So if you guys missed the news this week, by the way, Nikki 2 cards have been 17 months in a row. Thank you very much, man. He says, PokerStars looks good on you, sir. Thank you, man. It feels good to be here. So James DeBear, if you guys missed the news, this last week, Phil Galfond announced that he was going to be starting up a real money poker site. So the Run It Once brand is going to be expanding into the area of real money poker. What do I think about that? Well, I would imagine that Phil Galfond is, has the resources to make a good run at it. I think, there's a lot of components that go into it that I don't think that he's going to be able to really anticipate. The technical hurdles. I don't know where he's going to find software. The easiest way to go about it is to license software somewhere. But I mean, if he tries to develop it, he could end up with vaporware. So if I was giving him advice on what to do, I would say go ahead and license your software. But with Run It Once, I'm sure that he already has a pretty deep a pretty deep email list, a pretty deep list of potential players that he can market to. He's already a pretty well-known name. He can bring in a lot of people, so why not? Why not? PokerStars is great because it has the best software out there and the biggest player base out there. Every other site, seems to have something going which will keep them afloat. I think that there's no reason why Phil Calfon couldn't have a successful online poker site. Wish him the best. I hope that it works out for him. I think more competition is good. I do feel like he's going to probably be approaching it trying to cater to and to court the professional crowd rather than the recreational crowd, and whether that is going to be a strategy that pays off or not, I'm not sure. I like to think that it's going to be awesome. I like to think that he's going to implement some changes where the amount of rake that professionals pay to the house is lowered quite a bit. Let's go ahead and make the raise here. All in, making the shove with 9-8 suited. I'm pretty sure that 10 bigs, this is going to be a shove. I'm pretty sure if you look at the charts and it says 9-8 suited that this would be a shove. Can we get through? Can we slide through? Picking up 25% of our stack if we can. So far, so good. And we get called by 5-5 Chania. So we're going to need some help. We get the help. That looks pretty good. And we double through. So we're taking 8-9 of diamonds against ace-queen of spades. Got a little lucky there. A little unlucky to actually run into a big hand there in the big blind. But lucky that we weren't dominated, and lucky that we slid right through. So that puts us in the middle of the heat. 112 players remaining. Places paid 98. Nikki 2 Cards asking one question: do you have to grow a beard to go to Canada? That actually was. It wasn't required to get into Canada, but it was required to get back onto PokerStars. That was one of the hurdles they made me jump through. It's okay. We're going to need a bank statement. We're going to need your ID. We're going to need a lease. We're going to need you to actually grow a beard for about 3 weeks. It's good to see you, by the way. Wee Wee is green. My Wee Wee is green. Good to see you in the stream. It's been too long. JStorm300, thanks for the question. He says, what do you feel is more important with 3-bets, posting or opponents? I don't know if I understand what you're asking there, JStorm. What do you feel is more important with 3-bets, posting or opponents? Maybe that's an autocorrect. Maybe it's supposed to say position. I have no idea what you're asking though, JStorm300. I'll tell you, if you've noticed so far, we haven't really been doing too much 3-betting because our stack hasn't really given us the opportunity to do it. We've been kind of hovering between 8 and 12 big blinds for the last hour, it seems. And 3-betting when you're in that kind of 10, 11 big blind range is pretty optimistic. The chance of actually being able to get through an opener when you are making it less than 5 times his open is pretty small. So stack size is really important when you're thinking about whether to 3-bet or not. And then you try to, you're going to be trying to 3-bet opponents who are doing, a lot of opening. At this table, that means Mr. MJ, Hello Deli, maybe Judge King. So far, those have been the 3 most active players at the table. If we were going to try to 3-bet someday, I guess we'd be trying to 3-bet Hello Deli. Okay, guys, we're on break. Players are now on break. Tournament will resume in 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take a break. I'm going to get some water and walk around. We're real close to the money. 10 away from making the money in our very first Poker Stars tournament here on the stream. And from there, it's all gravy, baby. We'll be back in another 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, we're back. We've got ace-10 offsuit under the gun with 17 big blinds. I'm going to go ahead and make the fold here. King Koopa, 17 months. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that resub, King Koopa. So James Bear says, "What are the events you're really looking forward to while you're up there?" You know what? I haven't actually spent that much time on the schedule. You know, I was more worried about getting back on. Let me go ahead and take a look at it really quick, though. Let me take a look, and I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, if I can get into the 5K main event, that would be an awesome tournament. You know, we're looking at $1.5 million for first. I think I'm going to go ahead and see about maybe selling some action in that. I don't really have a lot of stars cash available, and honestly, if I'm not selling some action in that, 5K is just a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I'm probably going to be looking at selling some action. I called up Bax and asked if he wanted to put me in that, and he said he would, but only if I don't stream it. He said, "No, if you stream it, I don't want to. I don't want to put you in because I think that it's just too much of a disadvantage if you're streaming." I'm like, I won't. But that's why I'm up here in Canada. That's why I'm here. That's what I do. I want to stream it.
Do we have lighting? Did we bring some?
Mm-mm.
We didn't bring lighting, did we?
No, we didn't. I can mess with the lighting. I'll worry about it after this tournament's over.
We didn't talk about. We didn't talk about that.
I should,
You
yeah.
said that you're mellow now.
So Bony Fish says, Dutch and XML, I got a notice about an hour ago that you would be streaming later. However, I did not receive an email when you actually started. So that might be because your notifications are off, Bony Fish. When I sent the email, that actually goes out to all the subs, whether you get notified or not. If you look underneath where you click follow, there should be like there should be a way to make sure you get notified when we go live by that little heart button. Like there's like a little drop down menu in the heart button. Seattle Pro, it's good to see you, man. Seattle, we're real close to you. I was trying to find some time to meet up while we were there in Port Orchard, but we were pretty limited to when we actually came out into Seattle. I'm gonna try to swing through Seattle though before we go back to Vegas. It's good to see you. My wee wee is green. Yes, indeed. I did give you a shout out, man. I did give you a shout out. Okay, so 7-3 offsuit in the big blind.
Yeah, it says WSL daily grind on your thing.
What's that?
Your break screen. It says WSOP daily grind on it.
It does, right?
Yeah, you have to just when you get in your break, just don't put a break screen up.
Okay. Big Lebowski says, anyone voting for Trump still feel bad for Hillary yesterday? I don't like seeing her deteriorate. I feel like her stumbling into that van, guys. I feel like that was a defining moment in this election cycle. I really do. So it looks like maybe a few of these guys are playing slow. We're really close to the bubble now. 98 places paid. There's 107 people remaining. We got a little 6-8 offsuit action here. I feel like it's going to be a defining moment. America wants a strong leader. We want somebody who, has vigor and strength. I feel like Obama was a strong leader. Is a strong leader. I feel like he can take other world leaders on in a fight. That's what I kind of want to see. I know that's so weird. It's so. It's such a lame reason to vote for somebody. But when you're looking at Hillary stumble into that van, and you're thinking, does she actually have 8 years in her, or even 4 years in her? And if not, we're voting for President Kane. I don't know anything about that guy. You know, it worries me. It worries me. I feel like that video has to hurt her election chances. It's not going to help, right? It's not going to help her chances. Wow, that's pretty interesting. So we got Judge King open limping. Can we make the fold here? Opie00 says, there's usually a hot lady on this stream. What happened? She's across the room. I might get her to join the stream tomorrow or the next day. Maybe not. I don't know. And Tony Chet talking about that HUD. I'm probably going to be getting a HUD set up here in the next day or two. I haven't done it yet just because I just got back on Stars. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to get back on Stars. There were a lot of hurdles to go through, and a lot of paperwork to send. There were several back and forths. Finally, I got on. Really wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get on or not. So, guys, I think normally I'd be taking a shot here, but we're so close to the money bubble. I feel like 8 high. I can make a fold. So there we go. The problem with making a raise is I feel like it opens us up to a 3-bet from Mr. MJ or a 3-bet from Walter Lovell. And it's going to be a really awkward one to call even with a good hand. It's going to be impossible to call with an 8 high. And it's just like, okay, if we make a normal raise, we're really inviting the 3-bet at this stage of the tournament with that stack. And even that stack, you know, even Walter Love can look at that and say, okay, well, if I don't get through and lose the hand, I'm still probably going to be able to make the money. There's not that big of a difference between 98th and 70th or whatever. So, yeah, I think it, you know, while normally it would be a raise, this close to the money bubble, we're going to go ahead and make the fold and play it pretty snug. So Malcolm 122097 says, see if he will put you in the stream if you cover your whole cards. I don't want to cover my whole cards though. I want to stream it. I want to stream it with whole card info, 15-minute delay, and I think that I can probably just sell action and get into it. So hello Delhi with the old 6-4. It's so nitty, but look at where we're at. We're 2 away from the money, and we're pretty much like if we make the shove, we're just asking for a whole world of hurt, getting called by ace jack or ace queen. If we make a normal raise, then we're just inviting Mr. MJ or Josh King to make a reshove. You know, I'm not too worried about L2F or Walter Lavelle playing back at us or making light calls, but I think a normal open is just, you know, for the same reason we don't do a normal open with 7-8 suited the hand before. It's just inviting Mr. MJ, inviting Josh King with those stacks to 3-bet shove us, and an all-in shove feels like too much. So what do you do with King Queen? Bonyfish says, nah, she has the election wrapped up. Maybe you're right, Bonyfish.
There was a rumor that the Democratic Party had a emergency meeting to change it to Bernie. It's It's a rumor.
It's a rumor. It's a dirty rumor.
Do you want to see it?
I don't believe it for a second.
Well, it's a rumor. I mean, that's why it's a rumor.
The basket of deplorables. You know, I wasn't watching the news for that. That little that little nugget. It's pretty disappointing. Look, guys, you know where I stand. You know the chances of me voting Trump are pretty thin. I'll tell you though, I am one of those guys who are undecided at this point. I am undecided. I'm going to watch the debates. I'm going to keep an open mind. But no, I'm not going to vote for Trump. Come on. How can I vote for Trump? I'll keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. Big Lebowski 666 says Hillary had another seizure yesterday. Oh God. Oh my gosh. Trump could win me over. Yeah, well, I'll see what he has to say in the debates. He could win me over.
I sent you that.
So, Exmal is sending over the
Rumor.
the news clip, the rumor. Is that a .co or a .com?
I don't know. Dot something.
it's just wishful thinking. It's just wishful thinking. That, you know what? Zero Hedge did the same thing as you did when she came out and kind of got real close to the little girl. And that was kind of bad if she was actually like, you know, sick with pneumonia, because that is contagious, right? Pneumonia is contagious. Is it? Let's ask the Googles. Is pneumonia contagious? Hillary embraces child despite contagious pneumonia. It's like, god damn.
It is contagious?
That's the American Mirror one day ago. It is pretty bad for her to come out and be like, oh, don't worry, guys. It's just pneumonia. What's up there, little girl? Come on over. Where's that little girl's mom, anyway? So it says it's usually caused by an infection. This is nhs.uk. Most commonly bacteria and viruses, which are contagious. Guys, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't think that's what is wrong with Hillary. I mean, I do believe that she has pneumonia, but I think there's more to the story. I think I've had pneumonia, and I never collapsed while getting into a van. First, she blamed it on overheating. It's 79 degrees in New York. I don't buy it. There's more to the story, you guys. It's going to come out. There's more to it. So, Hello Delhi, taking a shot at knocking L2F out of the tournament. We almost had a bubble boy there. And I believe, since we're hand for hand, we're probably going to lose somebody now. Yeah, the time for folding the 8-7 suited and the king-queen suited and the ace-10 off is over. James Bear, poutine is worldwide now, baby. Thank you, Canada. Yuck. So Vice Chick saying, so what kind of advanced preparations would a person need to do before arriving in Canada to play on Stars? the international money card bank account already. So I'm pretty sure that in order to, there's only a few banks that will actually let you open up a bank account without an SIN, which is kind of Canada's version of a social security number. So if you're just coming up here to visit and to play on Stars, there's about 3 banks that you can choose. I went Bank of Montreal. Are we still not in the money here? 99 out of 585. Okay, make the full. So you actually have to go in. Look at this. We got Jack Carver subbing 2 months in a row. People's Republic of Canada. Good to see you, Jack Carver. Good to see you, buddy. And we have Scorpio resubbing 8 months in a row. Really appreciate the support, man. Well, we're away from the money. Yeah, so you Smeals talking about that king queen suited fold, is that plus EV? Look, it really is dependent on the stack size and the stage of the tournament. There's just no way that I would fold king queen suited in a normal spot, but we were 3-4 players away from the money, and we had a stack which just asked to be shoved over the top if we did a normal raise, and we had really 2 stacks that we were super worried about. That could wake up with like an ace 10, ace jack. Normally we're making the raise there. Seattle Pro. I'll admit that Bernie Sanders doesn't look like the picture of health. He doesn't look like he would be able to beat Putin in a fight. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. Dr. Swisher says Kanye West 2020, Caitlyn Jenner 2024. I think if Kanye West actually won the presidency in 2020, he'd probably go 8 years. So I'm going to say Caitlyn Jenner 2028. Hello, Deli. He's like, is there $1 million for first? There's a lot of slow. There's a lot of timing out. A lot of timing out now that we're this close to the money, and we're hand for hand. So there's not much of a point to it. So. Zed Factor says, damn, you guys are in Surrey? Don't get shot. It's the second time I've heard that Surrey is like a really dangerous place, and I'm just not seeing it, you guys. I'm just not seeing it. Maybe there's like a really bad part of Surrey. I can tell you I felt a lot more uncomfortable in Vancouver than Surrey. But I mean, shoot, we're Americans. We're used to like Chicago and Vegas and St. Louis. Polarized. Let's call Alex Jones. He wants to hear all theories. Pippin87 says, do you think Clinton embellished her illness to get sympathy votes? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think that anybody is going to be voting for a president out of sympathy for a perceived illness. It hurts her. It doesn't help her. It hurts. And what would be a shove is going to be a fold. Why is it a fold? Because we are 1 away from the money. We're looking at doubling our cash, and Pretty big chunk of our equity at this point is wrapped up in actually just making sure that we cash. Jack 10 off. Still 1 off the money. Surprised that we haven't hit it yet. Big Lebowski. That wouldn't have been funny if she sneezed on the girl. It would have been horrible. It would have been horrible. I might have laughed a little bit. I probably would have laughed. She was like, good to see you, little gotcha. It did seem like, what is that little girl doing on the streets of New York? And there it is. The bubble just popped. So now we're looking at spots to shove. Queen 8 suited. Is that a shove spot? Probably not. Probably not. We're gonna go and make the fold. I don't even think it would be an open shove spot, but it's definitely not going to be a call spot when Hello Deli is making the shove. Ace King. This is a good shove spot. This is the spot we're looking for. Making the max shove. And if we get called, I'm fine with it. I think a decent chunk of the time we're going to get called with a weaker ace. Instead, Mr. MJ calls us with pocket eights, and we're on the wrong side of a flip. No worries. We're going to slide through. The Twitch run good is real. So Usmiel saying it was a legit question, not a troll. I didn't take it as a troll, Usmiel. Not at all. Definitely, Jeff Jim, man, put me on the spot. He says, "What did you think about Mercier's Ace 10 shove yesterday?" 40 big blinds, right? 40 big blinds. I didn't love it. That was pretty. It kind of made me queasy watching those guys go through $200,000, and then just have it all go to Fedor Holtz. It's like, here you go, crown up guy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Fedor Holtz. He just wins everything. It's like, here, you know what I think I'm gonna do this weekend? I'm gonna win another $1 million. Why not? Why not? Okay, so what do we got here? We'll fold. It's a fold. So Walter Lovell making the shove there with 9-10. Hello Deli didn't even have to call anything. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. A little ace queen off. This is when we hope that one of these guys makes a min raise. Josh King or Hello Deli or Junior. There we go. And yeah, we'll be making the 3-bet shove. Okay, I'm going to make the fold here. Well, had I known that's what they had, then I would have made the shove. And you know, I think that a shove there would have gotten Josh King out, so we probably just missed a pretty good opportunity to pick up a nice pot. But I didn't really like the idea of 4-bet shoving with ace queen. It was close. It was close. But that guy 555 hadn't been doing anything. And then you got to think, okay, well, now that the money bubble's burst, he's going to be pretty active. I don't know. Maybe we saved ourselves a bust out because maybe Judge King isn't going anywhere with pocket sevens. Maybe he's just going to read us both for ace king and make the call. But if we made the 3-bet shove and Judge King folds, then we're looking at picking up a big, 20K pot. So maybe that was a mistake.
Keyboard is kind of loud.
Jada Genius says, what's the thumping noise? So that would be, oh wow, Yax and Wang. Quad money there with the pocket jacks. Nice hand. No waiting. It's a mechanical keyboard, you guys. It is pretty loud.
Yours?
It's mine, because I was responding to somebody in there. Okay, let's go ahead and...
You know what? It probably is their keyboard.
1400, 2800. We're going to do 3000. We got China and we got Thailand. Mr. MJ making the call. Checks very quickly. Let's go with a 3962. Half pot. We get through. Okay. So 36th out of 82, guys, in the money. In the money in the big 27. It feels awesome to be playing on stars, you guys. I can't tell you how awesome it feels. Let me go ahead and get the payouts up here. Ace 10 action, which is pretty good. So here are the payouts. So lovely. That's what we're going for. Let's go ahead and make the raise here to 4,800.
The Holtz didn't win.
Well, they made a deal.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So far, so good. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. There we go. So up to 40K now. Little Queen Jack offsuit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make the fold. Dogmile says, I read that Fedor has never had a 6-figure win. That can't be right. Tell me that's not right. Let me take a look here. I don't believe that's true. I think it's a funny idea. I don't think it's true though. Let me just look at his handy mom. making the fold here. And let's see, prize. There it is. He's had a number of six-figure wins. Actually, he won first, and he won super high roller, a couple aria high rollers for 6 figs. That's pretty funny though.
Good troll.
It's a good troll. Dark Wester says, "Holy cow, is that really on stars?" It's true, man. We're here. It took a very long time to get up here. There were a lot of hurdles to get back on stars, but here we are, playing real money against the best in the world. I had so many people, over the last 18 months say, "Hey, Dutch, do you really think that you could hang with poker stars?" Sure, you do just fine here on WSP.com, and yes, you do fine during the World Series of Poker live, but do you really think that you could hang on Poker Stars? And every time I'm like, I think so, but I don't know. Well, here we are, and it's not that big of a tournament. But we just jumped into the first thing that we saw. We're in the money. We're looking okay to make a deep run at it. And Flatty talking about that ESPN broadcast. I'm gonna have to watch it. And Bob Hatter, yes, we are witnessing my first cash on PokerStars in over a decade. Hopefully, we're going to be watching my first win in over a decade on Stars. Never Tell You asking Dutch, are you going to use a HUD on PokerStars? Pretty sure, yeah. And guys, look at that beautiful hand. Look at that beautiful hand. So what are we going to be making it? 3,600 if it comes around to us. If someone raises, kind of feel like I don't do this often. I don't do it often, but I think if ever there was a time to slow play, this would be it. So let's make the call with pocket aces, those magic rockets, the best starting hand possible, the invincible, unbeatable, uncrackable aces right here. I don't often do it, you guys, but here against Quenius with that kind of stack, it looks to me like this is a good opportunity to go ahead and make a slow play here. So Quinius fires out half pot, and we can go ahead and time bank and go ahead and make the call. We'll get it all in on the turn. Is that right? Did we just make a bet here on the turn? Yeah, I guess so. Probably get through right here, right? Probably. So 50K, guys. The aces didn't let us down.
Did they fold?
We got an extra 5K from Quinius. And we got KG Poker subbing 10 months in a row. Thank you very much for that resub, KG. Really appreciate it. Welcome back, he says. It's good to be back. It's good to be back on the stream. It's good to be back on Stars. Let's think 5 thoughts, guys. Pocket fives, don't let me down. We might not even get a chance here. Chad Licker might see this as a good squeeze play. Or maybe he just went to go get a snack. It's a snack. So Thor, Val, DDK, and Yagribalov both in this with me. King Jack 9 is not the flop I'm looking for. Yeah, we're just check folding. We're done with it. I'm not even going to try. Not on that flop, not against the stacks. Not against those stacks, not against the positions. Darkwester says, didn't the nightly $30 on WSOP have similar payouts? It did. But Darkwester, the nightly 30 was not really a nightly 30. It was a nightly 120. You know, it was a $30 rebuy and add-on. This is just a straight $27 tournament, which is just awesome. And yeah, it was actually it was pretty rare for first place to be over 2K in that nightly 30, especially on a Monday. And second and third would never be as much as they are here. So it's a good value. I mean, we have 966 people in this thing to start with. Almost 1,000 people in this tournament. And on WSOP.com, you're looking at less than 100. Making the fold. So CSV King says, maybe I missed it. How are you on PokerStars? Because we drove up to Canada and signed a short-term lease and jumped through all the hurdles to get back on Stars for real money. So I'm streaming from Surrey, Canada, right across the border. And you know what, guys? Now that we're back on with real money on Stars, I'm sure that there will be times when I decide to go ahead and take a little day trip to Mexico and do a Sunday grind. I'm sure there are going to be times when we take a little 3-week trip up to Canada to do some. Wow, look at that, King 2. I'm going to actually just check back here. I think Clinius would put me, if I had a king, I think Clinius would think that I was still playing it. So let's go ahead and fire out 3,600 now. Well, and let's just check back. Screw it. Jack of Diamonds helps. If Clinius fires out a bet, I'll be making the call. If he checks, I think we can go ahead and fire out a small little value bet here. Maybe we get called with an ace high. Maybe we get called with pocket eights or pocket fives. I'm kind of putting Clinius on a pocket pair here, and I don't think that he says river help. So he thinks that maybe the river helped me. So he probably has like pocket eights here, pocket fives, pocket sixes. So I don't think that we're getting through on that flop, and then on the turn, doesn't really change anything. Wow. He actually had ace 10. So are we getting through on the flop? I don't know. Maybe. Are changing it up just a little bit. Jack 7 off. 19th of 60 remaining. Jeff, Jim, have a good night, man. Thank you very much for stopping by. I'm going to be streaming for the next 2 weeks, and we're going to be doing much earlier streams. I'm going to be starting at about noon every day. So it's really awesome to be here, guys. Well, look at that. We got ROTS PCCBY subbing 18 months in a row. Really appreciate that resub, man. Since the beginning. Thank you so much for supporting the stream, my friend. 4-1, 8-5 suited. I'll still make the fold. Maverick, great to see you, man. And guys, let's all give a little fist bump to Maverick BP, who just the other day took down one of the tournaments on WSP.com. Not an easy thing to do. I think he took it down for, I want to say 700. Pretty damn good cash, man. I'm glad to see that. The grind is working. Okay, so El Vitor, Yagrabulov. I'm gonna actually make the fold here with Queen 4 off. Never Tell You says, how long are you planning on staying in Canada? Just until the W Coup's over, I think. We might. I don't know. We're gonna play it by ear. We might stay here forever. I don't know. We might see the Twitch numbers just explode. We might just do really well on stars. We might win $1.5 million in the W Coupe main event. We might say, you know what, Canada's not so bad. Maybe it's going to be a forever thing. But I think we're planning on going back for the November 9, and we also have TwitchCon. We're going to. I'm going to make the fold against Ernest AG. And that ace deuce looks pretty good from here. That's results-oriented thinking, Dutch. You can't be thinking about what would have happened. Stop thinking about what would have happened. What might have been. Here with Queen 4 suited. 16th out of 52, guys. So we're off to a pretty good start. Guys. Feeling pretty good about it. So, Pilato Kajeda making the raise from under the gun, 2x. We got a little ace-3 suited action. Gonna go and make the fold. Feldenhouse says, did you guys cross through Bellingham? I can't remember where we crossed through. We just took the 5 up, right? All the way up. James Shimkus, good to see you in the Shimkus, good to see you in the chat, man. And never tell you, you might be surprised to know I do not plan on ever doing any sort of VPN shenanigans here on Stars. Not a chance. You know, if I was gonna go that route, then I wouldn't have had to make the drive all the way up here to Canada. And there's plenty of people out there who have offered to let me play on their account, have said, oh yeah, you could just TeamSpeak, and I just refuse to do it. I'm doing it legit. IBAF says, weren't you in the World Series when Moneymaker won? Yes, IBAF, I was in the World Series that year, and every year since. Zed Factory says, Dutch, if you final table, I will sub. Zed, I'm holding you to that. And now it's on, my friend. Now it is on. How can they stop us? How can they stop us? It's a $27 tournament on PokerStars, and we've got a lot of chips now. Almost 40 big blinds. Opie00 says, I like you playing on this site much more. WSP, I just don't like. Opie, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Papa says, what on earth is that noise in the background? That, my friend, is a mechanical keyboard. It feels good to type on. Not too quiet. Not too quiet. Anyway, never tell you. Rosarita is, I think, only about 4.5 or 5 hours away from Vegas anyway. So I could totally see myself taking some weekend trips, lots of them, going through the border, setting up a little Airbnb and playing some Sunday Million grinds. $200 weekend warm-ups and $200. How does Full Tilt work now, you guys? Can any of you guys tell me how that works? I mean, did they just completely close down Full Tilt now? Or does Full Tilt still have action right now? Like, is there anything going on Full Tilt? In my excitement and, I was in such a hurry just to get back on Stars that I haven't really thought too much about the other sites out there. I guess the world is bigger than PokerStars. 888 Poker is out there, Party Poker's out there, Bodog, for that matter, is still, it's still operating. It's only Bovada that spun off for Americans, right? Texas to Nevada asks, "Where's your dog?" She's here, June. She's relaxing. She's sleeping. Let's go ahead and make the call here, guys. Getting a little over 7-1 with 4-2 offsuit. Hope for a little miracle. That's not the miracle we're looking for. But I just wouldn't feel right making the fold when we can close the action. Getting those kind of pot odds and these kind of implied odds. I do feel like if we flopped 2-pair or flopped trips, we're going to be able to get paid off. And then there's always that beautiful straight ace 3-5 and double through an ace 5 here or ace queen here. Like a fool. Says, but living in a country that thinks hockey is a sport. Hey man, now that they have, now that they're bringing the NHL to Vegas, I'm gonna have to say that hockey is the sport. Oh man, I can't even say it with a straight face. I'll tell you, I spent a lot of time on NHLPA back in the day. NHLPA '93, man. That was such an awesome game. Abraham says, did Dutch move to Canada? Temporarily. I am streaming from Canada, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome being back on Stars, guys. Not gonna lie, it's really cool. The user interface is beautiful. I'm looking at this hand history, and it's just wonderful. I absolutely love it. That's a good question. Texas Nevada says, Dutch, what are you going to use for the Boney 50 mode now? I don't know. Bad reg. I don't know. I haven't been taking any notes. I've just been kind of relaxing and enjoying the enjoying the flow of this tournament. I guess I probably should start really paying attention to what everyone's doing. Eventually, I'll set up a HUD. They've got programs for that, right? Cash De Niro says, Dutch, who wins heads up, Unger or Fedor? Well, I would assume that if they were going to play heads up, Unger would be wearing those special glasses of his. And as good as Fedor is, I think I think Unger would have won. I've played Fedor, and he's good. Actually, I knocked him out at the Six Max event this summer, the 5K Six Max that I had sold action on U-Stake. Knocked him out, and it was actually a pretty high level hand. I actually had to play it in a way where I was like, man, this guy is going to think that he can just soul read me, and if I play it exactly this way and do exactly this, make my raise exactly this way, he's going to just underestimate me. He's going to think, oh well, he's just making the shove with a flush draw. I got him all in on the turn, drawing dead to 3 outs, and it felt pretty good, busting out Fedorowicz. But I mean, what does one hand mean? What does one tournament mean? You know, you look at the role he's been on this year, and it's pretty hard to deny. But Spreckles the dog, 2 months in a row. Glad to see you back. He says, "Thank you, man, Spreckles. It's really good to be back." I am inclined to think I'm going to go 4,400 here. I'm inclined to think that if Stewie were around today, that he would be putting up some just incredible numbers. And but yeah, Fedor's good. So who knows? I don't know. Making the call here. Yeah, what a time to wake up with kings there, Vixen. Actually hit the ace. Actually hit the queen. Doesn't matter because Vixen with the trips. Well, at least Vixen didn't have a lot of numbers behind that shove, and we're still sitting with 20 bigs. EJ, the feed should be on. The stream should be going. If not, just go ahead and hit refresh, and it should be on there for you. Bony fish, I'm not sure. Maybe it's my foot. I've been doing a little stomping on the ground here. And Hutch Poker, thank you very much for the big welcome back. Resubbing for a whole year, 12 months. Hutch Poker, happy anniversary, man. Thank you very much for supporting the stream and being here, man. Really appreciate you. Thanks so much for the support. Thanks for chilling out with us. So they're saying full tilt and stars merged. They deleted the usernames if you already had a stars account and you're able to log in with the stars one on tilt. So about FTP and stars. If you log in to FTP, you can see all the stars tournaments in the log. Okay, guys, we're on. We made another 5-minute break. 28th out of 45 after that Ace Queen versus King's hand went south, but we still have a lot of chips left. Still have a lot of hope. And I'm going to be back in. We'll be back in 5 minutes with some more Poker Stars action. It's really awesome to be here. Thanks so much for being here, you guys.
Don't put the screen on and just mute it.
All right. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. Let me get my webcam up. Webcam up. Here we go. Little King 10 of Diamonds action. Guys, I think this is probably going to be the last tournament I play on this stream. Just one tournament. We're going to just focus on this one tournament and shut it down for the night. Because I want to get some sleep for a big stream tomorrow. The best thing about streaming from Canada on Stars is that I can start the streams early. We're going to be starting at noon, I think. Let me take a look at when the tournaments start tomorrow. Online events, looking at the mini W Coupe and the W Coupe. So I'm not going to be playing any of the W Coupes tomorrow. Frankly, I don't feel comfortable playing. I don't feel comfortable playing PLO yet, especially with the bankroll that I've got on Stars. Oh, look at this! This is beautiful. So, Bat You Bat making the raise to 4,000. We got all sorts of options here. I think I'm gonna we're gonna go ahead and raise to 14K here. If Bat You Bat wants to get it in there with us, I'm willing to go the whole way. Queen, Queen 3, not really what we're looking for. Making the shove, and I wonder if we got him to fold an ace high. Maybe. Yeah, I don't have a lot of cash on Stars, guys, and there's some pretty prohibitive deposit limits. It's kind of hard to get money in here, so I gotta kind of be a little selective about what I play on this W Coupe. Looking at tomorrow, I don't feel like playing the PLO, especially at 7 in the morning. 1575 is a little bit out of my comfort zone right now with what I got, and PLO 8, I'm gonna just be a fish on that. On September 14th, we're looking at a shootout, and I'm like, I'd rather not. So I think that the next tournament I'm going to be playing is on W Coupe, is probably going to be on the 15th. I might play the 320, and then there's an 8 game that I'm definitely going to play at 1 o'clock. Looking at the mini W Coupe, I'll play everything. So we'll start that. It looks like there's a 50K guarantee that starts at 10 in the morning. And then the PLO 8 starts at 1 o'clock. So I'll play both of those tomorrow. And then we'll start the stream early tomorrow. 10 in the morning. Sounds pretty good. Bat You Bat, open limping. You know, you guys know how I feel about those open limps. I'm going to actually make the fold here. And let's go ahead and use... We're going to use green. Green is going to be the open, limping, bony fish equivalent. He's very green at the poker table. Because I think that it's a pretty green move. Black Cloud 157 says, treat to see on. Is that Poker Stars? It is, man. It's Poker Stars. We're back on Poker Stars. We're back on Poker Stars, and it's awesome. I love being here in Canada. I love playing this. It's just, I can't tell you how cool it is to be sitting here with options. I'm looking at all the tournaments that are going on right now, and it's just like, wow. There's a horse tournament going on right now. There's an 8-game tournament going on right now, and yeah, they're pretty low buy-in. You know, one thing that Poker Stars has a lot of low buy-in events, like $2 tournaments and $3 tournaments, but they still get a lot of people in them. You know, I'm looking at this like the Omania. Here's a big $2 tournament with 900 people in it. A bounty builder, a $5 tournament with 827 people in it, and it's 10 at night on a Monday. You know, it's the world is asleep. And there's just so many options. It's beautiful, you guys. I'm so happy to be playing on Stars. I can't wait until tomorrow. I can't wait until this weekend. This weekend's going to be awesome. What are the weekend tournaments? It looks like there's there's 1.5 million guaranteed tomorrow, the Super Tuesday. Maybe I can sell some action in that. Maybe I can find somebody to buy some action in that tournament. Albino 2004, thank you very much for the sub, 14 months in a row. And guys, I missed it. Captain Wesker had a resub while I was on break, so thank you very much for that resub, man. I really appreciate the resub. Really awesome of you. Thanks for sticking with us, and big happy birthday to your boy, the youngest member of the crew. We'll be looking for him in Vegas in about 20 years. Mason GP says, I'm in a new Twilight Zone episode. One where Dutch Boyd is back on Stars. I know, man. It's awesome. Okay, so we're 24th out of 42. Let me take a look. What else are we going to be playing for sure? So we'll definitely be playing that 8-game mix on September 15th. I'll probably be playing let's see. The W-Coop 72, the multi-day one is just crazy. Let's see. When is Sunday? Sunday's going to be the 18th. So they've got an ultra deep 1K. They've got the Sunday warm up. I'll play the Sunday warm up. It's a $215 tournament with $1 million guarantee. And then it looks like they've got they've got a mix max. The Sunday million is a $2,100 buy-in. Maybe I'll play that if I can get some money in or sell some action. I don't know yet. There's a $500 one. Progressive KO. So definitely be playing the Sunday warm-up. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. These tournaments are awesome. There's a Raz tournament, a $320 Raz tournament. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll play that. I've got an F-Tops in Raz. Might as well get a W-Coop in Raz as well. There's a horse tournament. $320 horse tournament. Gosh, I love these. So happy to see these. Nine Iron 12, good to see you, man. Action Brown asking the same question that 9 Iron 12 did. Where are you in Canada? Okay, it's going to be a fold. MD555 making the shove, and lots of dead money on the side, but we've got 9 rag. We're in BC, Action Brown. We're in Surrey. So bat you bat, now making the min raise. 24th out of 40 remaining, guys. We're down to 5 tables in this thing. Started with 585 people. Now we're down to 5 tables. And Batchy Bat, man, you know, he's doing a lot of limping. But it seems to be working for him here. Let's go ahead and make the raise here to 5,500. See if we can't just get through. One down. How about you, Gabor? And he makes a 3-bet shove. It's going to be a fold from us. And good spot there, Gabor. Nice, nice job. So Netvilla, what kind of hurdles to get back on Stars? First off, we had to find a short-term lease. Second, we had to find a bank that would allow us to open up an account without an SIN as an American. Third, we had to get a bank statement. And fourth, a couple of back and forths with PokerStars security. We also had to make sure our internet was up to snuff, up to par, because the internet that we had wasn't gonna work for streaming. It wasn't a fast enough upload speed. Okay, what are we looking at here? We're almost at 1,500, 3,000, so we're almost at 14 gigs. Let's go ahead and make the raise here. And Rod Loblaw just subscribing. Rod Loblaw, thank you very much for supporting the stream. Really appreciate you clicking on that sub button and helping us out. Helping us out. And I'm pretty sure that that's a resub by Rod Loblaw. Mm-hmm. Thanks very much, man. Really appreciate it, guys. We're still giving away the fist bump patches and the Poker Tilt ebooks to all of our new subs. So if you are enjoying yourself, if you're chilling out, hanging out, enjoying the stream, make sure to go ahead and click on that sub button and get Vixen Cola again with the Pocket Kings, again with the flop set. And here we go crazy runner outs with our ace 3 to actually make the straight and crack the kings. So second time's a charm there against Vixen. Have a good night, Captain. And Vice Chick says, X1, did you take that Fitbit up here? We did. We brought the Fitbits, and there's a gym in the place that we're living in. So I did a little running today. I gotta lose the gut. Wookie Way, how many hurdles did you have to jump? Long time no see. It's good to see you, Wookie. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Wookie and I go way back. He's an IRL friend. Living in Vegas. John Paul the Great says, Jesus Poker, checked out B Paris stream once. It was pretty good. I haven't seen B Paris yet. I haven't seen his stream yet. I see it in the listings, but I haven't spent enough time to really make a judgment on it. He gets some pretty good numbers though. So Rogalim says, how long are you two in Canada for? So we're going to be up here at least until the end of the W coup. Okay, I'm going to make the folds here. Bat saying, why don't you go and let me take this one, Kid Dutch? I'm like, okay, you want to make you want to make the raise there. I'll go ahead and get out of your way. Wow. Queen 9 versus King Queen. And originally hitting that miracle. What are we looking at here anyway? If I look at home, let's look back at home and look at the places paid. I switched to tables, so you guys saw something weird on the side. Sorry about that. So we're right here, 64, another $10 if we can make it to top 26. Meh. So at this point, really not much of a pay jump. We're all pretty much guaranteed the same amount. So we're looking at 13 bigs in the big blind and 10 bigs in the small blind. So let's just go ahead and max it. I don't really feel like giving these guys an opportunity to make a min raise shove I don't really feel like giving these guys an opportunity to make a 3-bet against us. Because we're not folding to a 3-bet. So let's just go ahead and pick up the blinds. If we get called, we'll hope that we're not dominated, that he calls with like a pocket pair or something. Boris the head. Nope, we're on full stars. Full-blown stars, Boris. Full-blown stars. We're on grown-up stars. We're not on baby stars. We're on grown-up stars here. The big 27, 10K guaranteed. Going to be playing some W coops this week. We're going to be playing some all the mini coops. And I'm feeling really good about I'm feeling really good today, guys. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to get back on stars. I really wasn't sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and make it 6,500 here. If we get 3-bet shoved, then I'm kind of happy with that. Originally. Avid Day, 17 months in a row. Thank you so much, Avid Day. Since almost the beginning of our streaming adventure, you've seen us. You've seen the stream change quite a bit. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the crew, supporting the channel, and being part of the community here. Really appreciate that, man. Okay, so originally getting it in there against Pilato's Pocket Jacks, and that's going to do it for originally. Another one bites the dust. We're down to 35. 21st out of 33. Wow, we're losing them pretty quick, and why not? There's really no difference between 33 and 30 and 27. And, we're not really seeing any drastic jumps until we get down to 3 tables here. Well, 2 tables here, and even then, I mean, we're pretty much at that point now where everyone needs to start thinking about positioning themselves for a good run at the final table. Oh my gosh. Troy Jones, I don't know anything about you, man. We're getting 6-1 to make the call. I'm actually going to make the fold here. If Bat wasn't in, I'd go ahead and make the call. But I just don't really like taking 10-7 offsuit out of position against these two guys. Especially, I haven't really seen Troy Jones make a move. So I don't think that he's really getting all crazy. So what do we do? Fold, shove, fold? Sounds reasonable. What if one of these guys makes an open? What if one of these guys makes an open limp? Oh my gosh, what's going on here? So Pilato Kajeda makes an open limp. Bat decides to go ahead and make a min raise. I don't know. So R. Norlu says, "Hey Dutch, I've always wanted to ask the pros, would you empty your bankroll if it meant playing with 6 of the biggest whales in the game? At what point is a table just too good?" I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and make the raise here. The 6 biggest whales in the game, like the worst players in the game that just had infinite money, yeah, I would be willing to take the shot. R. Norlu, I wrote a whole article about bankroll management, and a lot of people talk about bankroll management without really understanding what they're talking about. I'd encourage you to take a look at it. But one of the big concepts that I explore and talk about is the best alternative to staying in action. Basically, what happens? What happens if you lose your bankroll? And if I were to, look at my life right now and think, well, what would happen if I just lost my whole bankroll? What would I do? to tell you the truth, Arnorlu, it's happened enough that I'm sure I'd be able to bounce back. So if I had the opportunity to play, like you said, the 6 biggest whales in the game, I would just, I would put it all on the line and be willing to go broke if it came to that. But for the most part, I just focus on playing a very low variance game and try to keep the pot small until the edges are really big. And if I'm playing against truly the biggest whales in the game, then I think that I wouldn't have a problem doing that, and I think the variance would actually be pretty low, pretty manageable. The risk of ruin would actually probably be quite a bit lower than you might think. I'd be like, okay, guys, let's play some Raz. I mean, go with a game like Stud High Low or Raz, where the variance is pretty low, and the edge that you have against players who don't know what they're doing are huge. If you're up against 6 whales and you get to choose the game, you don't choose No Limit Hold'em, you don't choose PLO. Those games actually have a high amount of variance. You get into these situations where you get it all in as like an 85% favorite or as a 70% favorite, but you're rarely getting a lot of money in like PLO, for example, when someone's drawing dead, unless you're doing it on the river. But by that time, especially like with PLO, where the river bet is directly proportional to how much you're able to get along the way, you've already gotten a lot in already if you can get that river bet big. So No Limit Hold'em, PLO, those would not be my games of choice if I was putting my whole bankroll on the line against the 6 worst players in the world. Yeah, Omaha Andrew, basically saying the same thing. You got to think about what you're going to do if it goes wrong. Although in a game with 6 whales, the chances of losing are pretty slim.
Does that mean I'm going to support you?
Yes, that's what it would mean. So what would I do if I completely lost everything? I guess I'd go to Kickstarter and write another book. That would be the plan. This is Jean-Paul the Great says, if and when you make the final table, I shall also sub. No pressure. Oh my gosh. You say no pressure, but I feel the pressure. Here we are, 18th out of 29 remaining. We're in the middle of the pack. And I do remember the other guy who said that it was Zed Factory. Zed Factory said he was going to sub if we final tabled it. So there's a lot riding on this final table. Not the least of which is the fact that we just do not have a lot of money on this site. There's some pretty low deposit limits. And I haven't really asked around that hard to try to get a player-to-player transfer. Hark Nasty, good to see you. Says, long time no see. Glad to see you back in your natural habitat. It feels good to be back in the habitat, man. It really does. I mean, I'm just ear to ear all day. I've just been like, hey, look at all these options. I'm not complaining too hard, because living in Nevada, at least we have options. At least we can play online poker for real money legally. At least, and living in Vegas is awesome because you have the best games, the best cash games in the world just 5 minutes away. It's really good. But for streaming, WSOP.com just doesn't really cut it. You're looking at 2 tournaments a day that are really worth anything. A $10 buy-in and rebuy-in add-on, a $30 rebuy-in add-on. So it's like, that's not really that much. That's not really a good selection. It starts late. The tournaments start at like 6:30 or 7 at night, and we're on the West Coast, so we lose all the East Coast traffic. By that time, a lot of guys have gone to bed. Because it's like 10, 10:30, 11. They're East Coast. And Netfilla says, hey, your stream is not the same without that pretty face. I mean, you're cool and all, but she is really the star of the show. She's really the star of the show. I agree.
Here she is.
Here she is. She's coming on. Oh, oh. Yes, the star of the show.
You can't even see her. She's so dark.
I'm gonna work on the lighting.
Mine's dark.
I decided to rename our dog Marshmallow. I'm hoping that it's a lucky name.
Why? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Wee Wee's green. I think maybe it's time to do that. I wonder if we're still going to be looking at the same user limits. Will Wee Wee's green? I'm going to do a home game before we leave. 100%.
We should start off with a home game, maybe. Hey. I'll tap it.
It's pretty cool seeing Baumchin's little profile pic there. Prodigal Sorcerer for you guys, for you old school MTG players. Making the fold. So, Jawgraves10 says, Dutch, it's great to see you playing again. I'm sorry I came in at the end of your story about what you had to do in order to get on Stars. Do you happen to know if it is available in Japan? I don't really know, Jawgraves. I can't tell you. When we were coming up here, I do want to give a little shout out to Poker Refugees, because that's a service that I did spring for. They were very knowledgeable about every step of the way what we had to do. And I don't think that we would have gotten on as quickly if it weren't for Poker Refugees. I'm quite sure of that. So big shout out to them. And I'm sure that we're probably going to put a little banner at some point on the stream. Carlos Jr. says, "Have rich friends." That's a good backup plan. Good backup plan. It's good to see you, Carlos. How are you doing, man? Big shout out to Carlos Jr. Ross Smack, Dutch Boyd on Poker Stars, Craig. Yeah, man, I'm feeling so happy right now. So let's take a look. What are we looking at here? "26 players left. We're 19th out of 26. About 20 big blinds to start the hand. We got Gabor making the shove for 10 bigs, the crown up guy making the call, and no, it's not Fedor. And I'll go ahead and make the fold here with King 3 off. King 3 off. Oh God, give me my King 3 off. Never mind. Never mind. Crown up guy making the hand, making that flush. That would have sucked. So we got STS Nitro making a raise here. A little pocket sevens action. we can play it two ways. We can raise or we can call. I'm going to make the call. Folding's way too nitty though. So 5-6-9 is a pretty good flop for pocket sevens. Let's go ahead and make a little half pot bet here, lead right into it. Mason GP says, all sub 2 Dutch if on that final table help cover that $27 buy-in. Oh my gosh, the pressure is on. So Shart and Kind making the call. The plan was pretty much to make the bet and have Shart and Kind fold, and STS Nitro also fold. So the 4 shouldn't change anything. And I think that I can probably get a bluff out of a hand like Ace-8 or 10-8. I might even be able to get a value bet out of a 6. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be a check call. Ugh. Quads. That'll work. Nice hand there, Shart and Kind. So pretty interesting. I guess I wonder what would have happened if we 3-bet shoved. You know, it might have worked. It might have gotten Shart and Kind off of his 5s. Really don't know. It's one of those spots where we're just never going to know. Not knowing is the hardest part of poker. Anyway, that's going to put a pretty big dent in us. So what are we looking at? 4.5 big blinds. Making the fold here. What do you think, guys? 3-bet the 7s? You think we should have 3-bet the 7s? Let's take a look. So we started that hand with 66,000. STS Nitro made a smallish raise. About 3.25 or 2.25. So there's 16,000 in the middle. Yeah, I think if I had it to do over again, I think maybe just make the shove. I was thinking, well, if we make the call here, we can see a flop and see what happens with pocket 7s. And the flop game looked pretty good, 5-6-9. We let in. But we were leading into a set of 5s. I wonder if we made the shove, if Shart and Kind decides to go ahead and put up the call with pocket 5s. I don't know. I think there's a decent chance that Shart and Kind makes the fold. And maybe STS Nitro makes the call, but we're probably ahead of STS Nitro with a flip. So we get to flip with pocket 7s. Or maybe we just pick up 16,000 and we're up to like, 85K. Okay, so we're going to need to get lucky now. 14,942, and we don't really have a lot of wiggle room before that big blind hits us. But we're still in. Still looking for that final table. Still looking for a couple of subs. If not, it'll just have to wait until we final table a W coup. Omaha Andrew, ACR. I feel like there's a lot of risk in playing on ACR, and actually there's a law in the books which criminalizes playing on ACR if you're playing from Nevada. So there is a state law saying you can't play on unregulated online poker sites. And there is also, in the terms of service of America's Card Room, they prohibit certain states, including Nevada. I think for that reason. So as you know, when I'm in Nevada, I actually can't play on ACR or Bovada. Plenty of people do. Okay, it's going to be a shove right here, guys. 3.5 bigs. 22 players left. We got Jack 10 suited, and now I guess we hope for everyone to fold. And if everyone folds around to like Judge King or something, maybe we hope for him to call with like 10-8. Main thing though is we're probably going to have to win this showdown. So we just hope that we don't run into a dominating spot. We don't mind seeing hands like Ace King, Ace Queen. We don't mind seeing hands like Pocket 8s or Pocket 7s. What we don't want to see is Ace Jack or King Jack or Queen Jack or Ace 10 or King 10. That's what we don't want to see. But shoot, I'll take Jack 10 suited against an Ace 3 with this kind of dead money. Wow. Okay, so King Queen, that's going to do it. That's going to do it. So we're out of this tournament, you guys, but we did make some cash. The PokerStars bankroll moving up, and we're back on stars. I feel really good about this. I know it's going to be an awesome week. We're going to be starting the stream tomorrow early. Maybe noon, maybe earlier. Gosh, I can't wait, you guys. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to be playing all the mini coops, and we're going to be playing the W coop. The first W coop that we're going to be playing is that 8 game. I'm going to be seeing about trying to get some cash in. I'm also going to be looking at possibly selling action in the 5K. So guys, thanks again. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate you being here for our return stream, and we're going to be streaming every day for the next 2 weeks while W coop is going on. I'm so excited. I feel really good right now. I feel really awesome. So we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.